It is Wisconsin Intercollegiate Athletic Conference men's basketball, and what a showdown we have here in the early part of the conference schedule as the number 21 ranked Oshkosh Titans coming into the UW-Stevens Point Quant Fieldhouse to take on our number 14 ranked UW-Stevens Point Pointers. I'm Scott Krieger. Great to be with you. John Zellmer taking I don't know if I want to say well-deserved, but taking a vacation down to Florida. He'll be back with us on Wednesday when the team travels over to Menominee to take on his alma mater, Stout. He said he couldn't miss that game. It is a big one, but seriously, John is down in Florida, and we hope he's having fun, and hopefully he's having a little bit warmer day than we have going on right here. Now, with that being said, the Wisconsin Badgers pulled off a major upset. And while the Pointers are ranked 14 and Oshkosh 21, for those that follow along with the bouncing ball, you all know by now that UW-Stevens Point suffered a major injury on Wednesday with their win at Whitewater when starting post Cal Crone went down with a season-ending knee injury. And it is a pretty bad one by my understanding, and that's not good news, obviously, for this basketball team. But we're going to find out just what it does, in fact, do to this squad. You're going to lose your 6'8" guy, and you're going to go down to about 6'4" to start in that position. Does it make a difference? I don't know. Taking on Oshkosh, they want to go, 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 go. So any loss in your rotation, because you are going to be a little short-handed on the bench, makes a big difference. Oshkosh just wants to run and press and run and press, and they substitute 5 in, 5 out, 5 in, 5 out, and they just keep rotating players. They are super deep, and that will be the big test for our Pointers. Let's take a quick 90-second break. We'll come back to the Quant Pointer men's basketball, WPCN. Back out at the Quant as we're getting close to the opening tip here today. Again, Cal Crone is here, which was great to see. He's got a smile on his face, albeit he's on crutches, and he's going to be that way as I don't know if he has had surgery by now or possibly has that lined up. Maybe we'll ask Coach on the post-game show. Not something we definitely want to delve into at the moment with regard to asking him before the game. We just said, okay, we'll let this go for now. We all know Cal is hurt, and he won't be back this season. And that means it's going to fall on the likes of Josh Booker, Isaiah Moore, and who knows, maybe we get farther into the bench. I mean, you do have a 6'8" freshman in Emmett Hume. They are excited about Emmett. He has not played but, about a minute and a half so far this year. He's, of course, at practice every day and holding his own from what we understand against Cal. But it's different in a game, so whether Emmett gets some playing time or not, I guess that remains to be seen. You don't have to be tall, but it certainly helps, I should say, in some instances. We're going to get the anthem. We'll be right back. Pointer men's basketball, WPCN.
We examine EKGs.
Yes, we didn't need to take a break there, so we're back at the Quant Fieldhouse and getting ready for the start of this game. As you just heard, Pointer women lose again, falling to Oshkosh. Oshkosh, well, I'm not even going to pretend. They are the best team on the women's side in our league. They're now 14-0, 13-0, 3-0 in the league, must be 14-0. And they're just darn good. So no shame there. The Pointers women made their mistake when they lost early to Eau Claire and then had a chance against Whitewater and fell asleep in the final quarter of that one and end up now at 0-3, probably, this is just me now, probably out of the conference race. I hope they can prove me wrong. For Oshkosh, under the direction of Matt Lewis this year, and boy, they are playing some exciting basketball. 6'7" sophomore Brandon Beck from Rockton, Illinois. Brockton, that is. 6' sophomore Joey LaChapelle from Appleton East High School. 6'5" junior Michael Metcalf Grassman from Shawano. 6' sophomore Nate Nazis from Batavia, Illinois. And 6'5" senior Carter Thomas from Neenah, Wisconsin. Oshkosh is 11-2 overall, 2-0 in league play. For our Pointers tonight, it'll be 6'5" junior Seth Myron from Appleton, Kimberly High School. 6'2" junior Josiah Butler from Appleton, Fox Valley Lutheran. 6' sophomore Carter Combs from Stevens Point. 6'4" senior Josh Booker from Kewaskum, and 6'4" junior Logan Bumgartner from Medford, Wisconsin. Of course, the Pointers coached by Kent Dernbach. In his third season, the Pointers come in with a 12-1 record, and the Pointers, by the way, are 2-0 in conference play. So let's see what we can do here without Cal Crone. You don't want to have to operate this way, but that is the way it's going to be for the rest of this year. Let's see if we can get a good start on this one and maybe surprise some people. Pointers in the home whites, Oshkosh in the road blacks. I don't want to give you this information, but believe it or not, Oshkosh has beaten the Pointers 7 straight times in the Quant Fieldhouse. Yeah, that does not happen. But the Titans have had the Pointers number here at home. The opening tip is going to be taken by Stevens Point. Carter Combs slid over to get it. So here we go underway. Butler off the left wing. held down in the post. He'll go up right hand, underlaid, tip to the corner. Myron comes up with it. Myron on the baseline trying to back down against Metcalf. Grossman takes him inside, goes up, and the Pointers lead. Nice job by Seth to battle down deep and get the Pointers on the scoreboard. Quickly up the right wing with it is Carter Thomas. Double teamed on the baseline. They'll kick it out on top. LaChapelle, who can really shoot it, almost lost it. Metcalf Grassman down the lane, ties it up, and he is about as good as we have in our league, in my opinion anyway. His grandpa, a big Pointer fan, Mike Metcalf, and sorry we didn't get his grandson to come to school here. Carter Combs up the right wing, gives it back to Logan, and his bad pass tipped away. LaChapelle on the break to the other end, and missed it. LaChapelle missed a bunny. Stevens Point gets it back. Well, fortunate there. Logan Baumgartner to Josiah into the front court. From the left corner, Myron's three comes up short. Booker with a rebound, and they are going to call him for a rebounding foul. I think you're going to get in trouble should Josh Booker get into foul trouble. That'll be the first foul of this game, and quickly the subs come in for Oshkosh. They go 5 and 5 pretty regularly. Not a guarantee, but they do sub out very quickly. Hawkinson in the game. The handoff on the right wing going to Imig. He's got it out on top. The screen there, Imig. Bounce pass underneath. In and out, no. The tip up and in that time by Kangas. Pointers didn't box out, and they trail. Logan into the front court, 4-2 Titans. Back to Carter Combs, so they missed a couple of layups, but got the tip out. 4-2 Titans. Booker thought about a three, got it back to Josiah. Crossover, open, three ball, not going to go again. Boy, we're not a good three-point shooting team. Two guys were wide open, didn't come up with a hoop. Left side and out on top, it'll go Imig off the high screen, runs it down the left of the lane, got in deep, throws it out on top. Hawkinson drives it in deep and scores a layup. And they've got us scrambling early in this game. 6-2. Long pass to Booker at the other end, and his layup is blocked. Got to be strong going to the hoop. He kind of took his time with that. Out to Imig. Swing it left side into the hands of Rindfleisch. Back out it will come into the lane against Josiah. Oh, he traveled. Big time travel. Didn't call it. Rebound, Butler got chopped in the jaw that time. No whistle there. Boy, he dragged that pivot, put a good 4 or 5 inches, if not more. Butler on the left baseline. I said Butler. Booker gets in deep and draws a foul. Josh Booker can play with anybody. He is a strong cat down there. Foul is going to be whistled against Rindfleisch. That's Logan. Now, they have 3 Rindfleisch players, brothers, on their team. You have Jonah, who is a senior. Logan, the one playing right now, a sophomore. And they also have the junior Riley Rindfleisch. And Booker misses the first free throw. And that's something you won't be able to do. Miss your free opportunities. Back in will come that starting group right now with Thomas and LaChapelle and Metcalf, and 6-2 Oshkosh lead. Booker will get a second free one. Max Raymer getting set to come in for the Pointers. Booker got one out of the 2. So it is 6-3 Titans. 17-13, and Booker comes out with Raymer into the game for Stevens Point. Couple of 2-0 teams battling here. Metcalf inside, leaves it off for LaChapelle. Bounce it out, Carter Thomas for 3, and he hit it right over the top of Combs. And teams shoot the 3 so well in our field house. Carter Combs having trouble, and he finally does break the press. Left open, Baumgartner, his 3 off the mark. We're 0 for 3 from out there, and all 3 have been wide open. Thomas into the front court, top of the circle, crossover against Raymer, and then he misses a layup. Well, they're getting to the rack and missing bunnies in there. This could be really a big deficit. Front court, Logan Baumgartner down the lane, tries to make a little switch over. Knocked out of bounds. And who's it going to go back to? They didn't call a foul down there for some reason. Isaiah Moore coming in for Stevens Point. And they're going to say it's off Stevens Point. So not only do you not get the foul, you lose the basketball and you're down 9-3. This is not starting out the way you might have liked. 9-3 Titans, and they've missed three layups. Kangas up the right side, sends it back out. Jay Dalton on the floor right now. Kangas with it. Dalton against Carter Combs, right wing. Rindfleisch into the lane, got a little push from Isaiah Moore, got rid of it out on the left wing. On the dribble, into the lane, ball popped away, picked up by Carter. On ahead it'll go. Butler down the lane, goes to the hoop, missed the layup, he draws the foul. And that foul on Aiden Hawkinson, not a freshman. Should send Butler to the line, I do believe. 15:58 to go. 9-3 Oshkosh. And we've got a 1-minute timeout. We'll be right back. Pointer men's basketball, WPCN. .58 to go. Oshkosh with a lead over Stevens Point at 9-3. Josiah Butler will head to the free throw line. That is the second team foul on Oshkosh. Early on, the Pointers are 1 out of 7 from the floor, and that obviously won't cut it. 0 for 3 from deep, and nobody has been challenged on those shots. You just missed all 3. Josiah's first free throw good. And a second one coming up here. And it is good for Josiah Butler. So back within 4 is Stevens Point. Out on top. It will go there. Hawkinson lobs it underneath. Rindfleisch goes up and lays it home. I said Rindfleisch. It was Kangas. 11-5. They're just scoring seemingly at will right now. Carter Combs. Oh, a long pass. Got lucky there. Butler kick out to Myron. You got to watch those passes. They scramble on the defensive end. Isaiah Moore out to Carter. His 3 going to come up short. Now you're 0 for 4 with 4 wide open looks. Hawkinson front court working on the left wing dribble. Got rid of it into the hands of Rindfleisch. He'll hold it above the head, sends it over to Dalton. Dalton to the right corner, open look, and buried. And that is Vittorio Dante with the 3. And just like that, you're down by 9, and Point wants a 30-second timeout. 15:06 to go, and maybe a little bit of trouble. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll be right back. Pointer men's basketball, WPCN. You are in a little bit of a jam right now, for sure. Now you have to see if you can dig your way out of it. 14-5 Oshkosh early going here. And just trying to find your way. Tyler Orr into the game, maybe for a little ball handling here. Orr brings it front court, leaves it up on top for Josiah Butler. Over to Booker, who's back in, fumbled it, got it back. Myron off on the left wing, and a foul is going to go against Nate Nazos. That's his first. And it will be Stevens Point basketball underneath. Long out on top. Butler fakes the three. Takes it into the lane. Down the lane. Got pushed and lays it up and in anyway. Well, Josiah trying to take control of this game. Down the lane and a scooping layup got by Myron. Brandon Beck with two. Point right now can't get a defensive stop. And therein lies the problem. If you don't get defensive stops, you're not going to win this game. 16-7 in favor of Oshkosh. Butler will start it up, gets it over to Myron, Seth into the front court. Now there's a long ways to go. Orr with an open three off the front of the rim. I thought it was going to go. Another missed opportunity. Another guy wide open. Missing shots. La Chapelle out between the circles, gets by Booker right to the rack, throws it up and scores it. Well, that was way too easy. Booker can't play against La Chapelle. He went by him, and that was as simple as it can get, and it's an 11-point deficit. Orr lobs it up to Moore. Moore attacks into the lane, kicks it out. Butler, open three, nope. And the rebound's going to go out of bounds off of Stevens Point. 18-7 Titans. This is what you feared. One of the big problems now, Cal's not in, right? He's 6'8". You can throw it to him over the top of some of this press, and he's going to get it. You're throwing to 6'4" and 6'3", and right now Oshkosh is getting the better of that. Emmett gets by Orr, down deep onto the block, kicks it out on the perimeter into the hands there of Kangas. Kangas leaves it off for Hawkinson. He got by Butler, down underneath, throws it off the floor, and now what are we going to get? Looks like a jump ball call, perhaps. Waiting to see what this is, but that's what it looks like anyway to me. So it will go back. I think we're back now. Power went out for some unknown reason. And now we get a foul on Booker. That's going to be his second already. Sorry about the confusion, but the power went out for a second. At the free throw line, charity toss for Dante, not good. You'll get one more. You're getting run out of your own gym, but it's early. 18-7 the score. Booker has to sit with two personals already. It's 19-7. 10. Sorry about our power problem. Oshkosh has you sped up, and you're playing really bad basketball right now. You're throwing the ball around. Logan got in deep, and then instead of taking the ball up, he tried to pass and threw it away. It's only a 10-point deficit, and I say only because, quite frankly, it feels like you're down by about 20 at the moment. They have sped you up way beyond where you want to be, and because of that, you've got a situation here where, well, you're in a whole lot of trouble right now. 11:56 to go in the game. Doesn't help that you're shooting 18%, but so many of these are wide open looks. You're 0 for 6 from deep. Oshkosh shooting 62%. And again, I'm amazed you're only down by 10 points at the moment. It is a bad start, but there's a long way to go right now. So what you're going to have to do is just keep battling and see if you can claw your way back into this thing. (19-9) is your score. You've been out rebounded by 2 so far. You've turned it over 3 times, yet to have an assist. Yipe. And that foul, by the way, on Seth Myron, his first, and so Metcalf will be at the line. And his first is good. Well, can you slow yourself down, get back to doing what you're going to have to do if you want to dig out a win? He made them better. They're good. They're so deep, they being Oshkosh. Point doesn't tend to play as much into their bench, and sometimes that hurts. 21-9, and again, just trouble getting the ball on the floor for our guards. Carter Combs double teamed, gets it front court. Seth Myron gets a big bump, gets rid of it to Carter Combs. Around it'll go to Raymer. You can't get it all at once. You're going to have to chip away, and then you are going to have to play some defense. Combs, outside 3 ball, got the bounce. Got the bounce for James Jacobs. 21-12, Pointers down 9. Into the corner, Hawkinson, back out Reinflesch, into the hands of Dalton. Hawkinson into the lane against Jacobs, kicks it out on the perimeter, trying to get down the lane line. Cut off, Hawkinson on the left sideline. Into the corner it'll go, 21-12 your score. Dalton up on top, 5 on the shot clock, kicks to the corner, an open 3, and yep, buried. It's unbelievable. Point can't make a 3, and they are knocking 3s down, and you know what? Oshkosh has done this in this building so much, it is unbelievable. And we've got another 30-second timeout. 10:58 to go, and we'll stay here. 24-12 is your score. You're down by a dozen now. I mean, you played great D all the way to the end, and then, oop, there you go again. And that's going to hurt. Blinds and Designs by Kelly, locally owned and operated, providing the best under Douglas blind, shade, shutters, and drapes in central Wisconsin. Good luck, Pointers, from Blinds and Designs by Kelly. 10:58 to go in the half. You're down a dozen. Down bigger than that before, so not an insurmountable lead. Final score, Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard showing Oshkosh up 24-12. Final score where you can score amazing specials at Stevens Point's perennial Sports Bar and Grill. Grant Muntz into the game, by the way. Pointers break the press. Carter to the lane, off to the baseline to Grant. It will be Butler out on the right side. Josiah working and then throws it across to Raymer. Down low, it'll go to Muntz, to a cutter down the lane, laid up and in. Nice job by Max going inside. Now, can you play some defense? You have to get stops. 24-12. Metcalf out on top. It'll go there. La Chapelle. He's got it against Butler. Kick out right wing. Back to La Chapelle. Off the high screen, LaChapelle, just a dangerous shooter. Metcalf poked away by Grant, loose on the floor. Who's going to get it? Dug out by Myron. Well, there's stop number one. Now you have to go down and score it. Combs into the front court, nearly lost the dribble. Gives it off left side to Butler. And inside, we're going to get a foul. It's going to go on, I believe, Joey LaChapelle. Trying to play against Seth Myron down in the post. Vista Royale Campground on Isherwood Road in Bancroft, making memories one campsite at a time. Point will inbound off the baseline, 21 on the shot clock. The lob comes into Myron on the left baseline. Long cross court, Butler, Josiah to the free throw line, down the lane. Spin move, goes up, right hand, scores it. All right. 24-16, 8-point game. Hawkinson off the screen, and a screening foul is going to be whistled on Kangas. That'll be his first. 16 now on the Titans. Point will get the ball back. Well, another basket gets you a little bit closer, right? Inbound, Myron down the lane, off to Raymer, lays it up and in. Good attack by Stevens Point. Back they come a little bit, 24-18, Stevens Point down. A deep three off the rim, no. Rebound Josiah through a crowd, and a reaching foul on Rhineflesh. That'll put Butler at the line, I do believe, on a 1-and-1 coming up here. 24-18, your score, 9:23 to go. Butler will get the front end of a 1-and-1 here. Just trying to chip away at this one. Cost Cutters not only making you look fabulous, but now they look fabulous too. Their new location, 492 Division Street, right next to the radio station. The first from Josiah, good. He's got one more coming up, a chance to get his squad back within 4, which would be a pretty nice deal if you can do it. See what Josiah has coming up here with number 2, the junior out of Fox Valley Lutheran High School. And he's got it perfect. 8-point run for Stevens Point, 24-20. Up on top, Thomas into the left corner, and they get it back to LaChapelle. Swing it right to Nazas. LaChapelle got by his man right to the rack. That was too easy, but Joey's really quick, low to the ground. He can turn corners really, really well. Tough guy to defend, and then he's got such a deadly outside shot. Pointers were after him big time when he was coming out of high school, I'll tell you that. Out on top, Myron for 3, that's not gonna go. We're 0 from the 3-point line, and that's a killer. Metcalf into the front court, passes underneath, saved by the Pointers from going out of bounds. Butler up front. Here they come underneath the Carter Combs, beats everybody down, gets the reverse layup and scores it. He just came opposite wing and said, I'm going. Josiah found him, and it's 26-22. Back off to Metcalf, a little lean in, back to Beck at the free throw line, hand off LaChapelle. Switch off on Myron, he'll take the 3 and drains it. Seth has to give a little ground on that because LaChapelle can go right by him, and just that much room, and he is such a good shooter. And that takes the lead back up to 7 right there. 29-22. Little change of personnel here. A mini timeout without taking one, I guess, is the way to look at it. Carter Combs trying to get the ball on the floor, and finally does to Logan, who throws it back to Carter, and he didn't go get it. Right underneath, it'll go Oshkosh. They take a bad shot, still get their own rebound and a foul. Well, there's some miscommunication. Carter couldn't get it on the floor. He finally does, and then he doesn't come back on the floor to go get it. Logan was trapped on the sideline. Thought that Carter was going to come up and get it, and Combs never did, and you throw it away. And a foul on Logan Bumgartner, and then another foul off the inbound. And that's on Butler somehow. This is going to be a physical game. I truly get the impression these two teams don't like each other. So that's the first on Butler, fifth on the Pointers. And the long inbound pass out to the timeline to Hawkinson. He's got it off the high screen down the left of the lane, got in deep, cuts it back. Imig over to the right side, crossover dribble down to the block, cut off by Logan. Shot won't go, Raymer rebound. Gets it back over to Carter Combs. Carter will start it up the floor and does into the front court and then gets into a double team, got rid of it. Back over to Combs on the wing. It'll go to Bumgartner. Tried to go to the baseline long, skip pass to Raymer in the left corner out to Butler. 10 on the shot clock. Josiah picked up his dribble, got it to Logan. He'll drive it down the lane, had it poked away, got it back and scored it. Logan Bumgartner gets it back to a 5-point game at 29-24. 7:18 to go in the opening half. Imig out on top off the screen. Heads left, tosses it back over to Hawkinson. Right back to Imig. Imig gets it, hands of Rindflesh. Imig on top. A lot of contact out on top with the screening. It'll go to Imig on the wing against Raymer. On the drive into the lane, jump stop, up and under, scores. Well, that's a senior against a freshman. 31-24. Raymer pinned down, tosses it on ahead to Butler. Josiah front court through a couple of defenders. Raymer down to the baseline to Seth Myron. Double team comes. Seth with it. Off to Butler, who is fouled. And boy, he went down hard. Looks like he's okay. What happened there was Vittorio Dante left his feet and came crashing into Josiah. Looks like Josiah's okay. We'll get a media timeout. 6:34 to go. Oshkosh 31, Stevens Point 24. Back in a minute. Pointer men's basketball on WPCN. Out of Quant, 6:34 to go in the opening half. Josiah Butler front end to 1-1. This one swirls its way to the bottom of the net. 31-25. Oshkosh shooting 60%. Stevens Point up to 44% at least. It was pretty ugly early. And Josiah got them both. Somebody's going to have to help Butler out in the scoring department. And you know it full well. Got to get stops. Thomas over to the right side, got it to Beck, right back to Thomas. Metcalf to the free throw line, kick out. They run a little weave on top. La Chapelle, step back, wants three. And he got it. He's just so dang good. He's got 10 points. Inbound, it'll come to Myron. Up the right side, Myron behind the back to the top of the circle. Gets it to Carter, right back to Seth. 34-26. Seth works in, can't get the shot up. To the right corner, on the drive, kick to the corner, Raymer. Raymer with the ball in hand, 14 and 13 on the shot clock. Combs throws it over Myron's head and out of bounds. Oh, it was saved by Logan, but now does go out of bounds. 34-26. Not a good pass by Carter Combs. Josh Booker's going to come back for Carter here. 34-26 is your score. Well, they're honoring the 2010 National Championship team. A great ceremony last night out at Century World. Great to see all the guys and head coach Bob Semley last evening. Toss out on top into the hands of Kangas. A deep three from the top of the circle, going to rim off, but right back to Imick. Everybody crashed the boards, and the ball came all the way out to the free throw line. Left corner, Rindfleisch takes it against Logan, poked away, loose ball picked up by Butler. Josiah front court. Josiah circle down the lane, reaching foul. And Butler will go back to the free throw line. It is a 1-and-1 yet. It'll be on Aiden Hawkinson, his second, and the 9th team, so it's still a 1-and-1 for Josiah Butler. 34-26. Pointers led 2-0. That was it. Not the first 2 points of the game. Pointer women, unfortunately, dropped to 0-3. They're the only 0-3 team on the women's side. And they will be at home Wednesday hosting Stout. Got to get a win. Butler's free throw, good. Second one coming up, 34-27. 5:17 to go in the opening half. Not as big a crowd as usual, probably because they have a football game coming up later tonight. Josiah's second is good. 34-28, Pointers down 6. Quickly up, it'll come. Beck got by Myron. Gets in deep, short shot, bounces off, no. A lot of contact there. Butler with the rebound, pushes it. Right wing Myron all the way to the baseline. Seth will slow it down there. Want to get a good shot. Bumgartner on top. Left side to Butler. Butler looking, holds it, takes it into the lane, goes up off the glass. It won't go. Rebound, Oshkosh. A lot of contact again on the shot. Quickly up the floor. Back out LaChapelle for 3 more. That one is short and out of bounds. We saw Joey LaChapelle in high school against Spash on a number of occasions. I'm just telling you, I love the kid. Don't know him. I haven't talked to him ever, but what a gamer that kid is. Point gets it inbound and lobs it back over to Max Raymer. Max will start it up the floor, working against Nazos. Bumgartner over to Myron, a wide open 3. Got one. Finally, maybe the lid off the basket. Back to within 3 at 34-31. Quickly up, Nazos down the left of the lane to LaChapelle. Joey sends it over to Carter Thomas. Got by Booker, open 3. Got it. You just have to find a way. 13 already for LaChapelle. Pointers get it inbound. After such a struggle early, you're hanging in there, but got to find a way to shut down LaChapelle. Long cross court to Butler, back out on top. Raymer down to the baseline, got cut off there by Metcalf. Max in the corner, wanted to go to Booker, that's not available. Here's where you really need Cal. Logan, a catch, shoot, 3, got it! Oh, big shot by Logan Bumgartner. 37-34, how about a stop? Thomas hands off Metcalf on top to LaChapelle. I don't think Booker can handle him. LaChapelle got in deep. Double team comes. Kick out wide open. Nazos 3 buried. Well, you're going to pay the price one way or the other until somebody figures out how to stop Joey LaChapelle. He's killing you right now. Raymer throws it in over the head of Butler. Logan comes up with it, somehow falls to the floor. Foul or what? That is going to be a foul on Carter Thomas. Logan will go to the line for 2. 3:05 to go in the opening half. The Pointers are down 6 at 40-34. Let's take that 1-minute break. Coming right back, Pointer men's basketball, WPCN. biggest lead for Oshkosh was a dozen. Pointers have battled their way back to within 4. Now Logan Baumgartner will go to the line for 2. These are automatic 2 because Oshkosh has 10 team fouls. And when you're in this situation, you need every free throw. So let's see if you can get a couple here from Logan and get back within 4 if he can make these. And then figure out some way. Right now, Oshkosh helping out because Joey LaChapelle went to the bench because he is the main problem right now. Logan's free throw is good. 8 points for Logan Baumgartner. 40-35, a chance once again to get back to within 4. It's in and out. No. Rebound down deep by Kangas. So a 5-point deficit. Imig front court guarded there by Raymer. Looks like you're going to a zone here right now. Imig, high left. Right corner, Ryan Flesch. Back to Imig. Imig steps toward the arc. Tosses it over to the arc. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Right corner. And the shot in the air off the mark. Rebound Oshkosh, put back good. Well, you got him to miss one. Throw it at the basket at the end, and then you don't get a rebound. And now the Pointers throw it away off the inbound. The things you can't do. 7-point deficit from the corner. 3. That's an air ball on the floor. Dug out by Stevens Point's Max Raymer, and then he covered it up, and you get a jump ball and it goes back to Oshkosh. So you didn't rebound from the corner and gave them 2. Now you throw it away, fall on the floor with it, don't use a timeout and give up a possession. You're looking at a potential maybe 5-point swing. I know it's not easy, but that's the big part of the game right there. 7-point difference. The lob comes on the floor to Beck. Down the left of the lane, and a foul on Myron. That'll be team 6. So not a shooting foul yet. Seth picks up his second. Oshkosh will get another crack. Grant Muntz is going to come back in here. Myron's got to sit with 2. 42-35. Those 2 missed opportunities. You could be down there maybe getting within 1 possession. Oh, well. Lob comes on the floor to Beck. The ball was tipped away, picked up by Logan Baumgartner. On ahead to Muntz. Right wing, he'll take it to the rack and blocked. Blocked by Grossman, and a foul called. It looked good from here. Grant was going in for a dunk, I think, but he had a little bit late start. Looked like Metcalf Grossman maybe had a clean block. To me, they called the foul. Now Grant Muntz has to make free throws. Grant will go to the line. He gets 2 here. You're down 7. You need every point you can get. 2:03 to go in the opening half. The sophomore from Kiel. No, on the first, you've missed 2 in a row now. Baumgartner missed, and now Grant with that miss. 42-35. I know you're not going to shoot 100% all that often, but in a game like this, you need every single one. Grant's second is good. He shoots a high arcing free throw. 42-36, Pointers down. Metcalf front court, handoff LaChapelle. He gets it right back into the right corner. It'll go there. 3 on the way for Beck. That's offline. Rebound lost on the floor. Logan had a hand on it. Couldn't dig it out. Did we get a jump ball? If we did, it'll go Pointers' way. I don't see the call as of yet. Boy, it's a battle out there. It is going to be Pointer basketball. Final score, Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard showing Point down 6. Final score, plan your before or after game get-togethers. Final score, second to Maria Stevens Point. Into the front court. Josiah Butler gives it back to Carter Combs. Josiah left wing. Grant trying to post up. Butler working against Metcalf. Up on top to Logan. Back to Butler down to the baseline. Got cut off. Ball still in hand. Gets in deep. Goes up and scores it off the glass. Josiah Butler showing his worth right here. 42-38. Ball poked away, out on the wing, picked up by Butler. He couldn't hang on to it, and traveling against Oshkosh. Boy, had it, lost it. It's a hot potato out there, folks. These guys are both teams playing so hard right now. This is really exciting, good basketball. And, of course, frustrating at the same time because we want our guys to win this thing. And, wow, what a battle is going on. 42-38, a chance with a basket to get within 2 or 3. Carter trying to get the ball on the floor, finally does to Max Raymer. Clear it out, let the freshman bring it up. He's able into the front court, working off the dribble against Rhineflesh. Out it'll come Josiah Butler. Butler, ball in hand, works it into the lane, comes to a stop. Up and under left hand, way underlaid, and then Josiah is going to get the foul trying to go get it. That's going to be his second. Kind of forced that one, I'll be honest with you. He forced that one, and now Oshkosh will shoot a 1-and-1 at the other end. I mean, he's been red hot. Yeah, I understand him wanting to get there. He got there, and then it was like, okay, I don't have anywhere to go. I'm in the lane. I've got to do something. So kind of a step to the basket, left-hand toss. It didn't get there, and then trying to go get it. Rhineflesh fouled. He'll go to the line. Front end of a 1-and-1, and he missed that one. Rebound, Carter Combs. So still a 4-point game. Carter will bring it up for Stevens Point. This is in the land where Oshkosh wants it, meaning already 42 points, and a foul is going to be called on Hawkinson, which would be his third, by the way. Logan trying to sweep the ball out in front of him. Baumgartner will get 2. James Jacobs, I think, going to come in for Josiah Butler with 39 seconds to go in the half. You don't want Josiah picking up another foul. Now Logan needs to make free throws. He missed his last one. 42-38. Junior out of Medford. Good with this one. 42-39. A chance to make it a 2-point game with 39.6. So 40 seconds to go in the opening half. See if Logan can get this one. Good crowd, not a great crowd because of course, the Packer game coming up, I think. Logan's second is good. Isaiah Moore will come back for Logan Baumgartner here. 42-40, Titans had a 12-point lead earlier in the game. Inbound La Chapelle. See if you can stop him from getting the ball here. Metcalf on top to Beck. Beck holds it at the top of the circle. Back to La Chapelle. Double teamed out high. Kick left. Drive into the lane. Back to La Chapelle. Left wing 3. Not going to go. Tipped rebound. Put back by Beck, and he'll score it. 19 seconds to go. A little bit bigger than everybody. Inbound to Moore. Moore trapped on the baseline. Got it back to Raymer. On ahead to Carter Combs. Into the front court. 9 seconds to go. Pointers are down 4. Carter on the dribble to the free throw lane. Got bumped. Kicks it out. Raymer, a deep 3. Spins off the rim, and we head to the locker room. Well, a pretty good comeback by the Pointers. It is at the break. Oshkosh 44. Stevens Point 40. We'll be back in a few minutes. UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN. Welcome. 40. They were down 12 early. It did not look good. Let's give credit. They battled back. Now, a long ways to go to try to win this game. We mentioned at the outset, for some reason, and I'm not sure why, but Oshkosh has won 7 straight games in the Quant against our guys. So I think it's time to turn that around. They're introducing the alums that are here tonight, which is great to see. Of course, we have some of our alums out coaching high school basketball right now, including John Krull, whose Spash squad, coming off a tough loss at Marshfield, is right back at it tonight over in Appleton. So we're wishing them the best of luck. The group that was out at Century World last night, the 2010 national champs, inducted into the Hall of Fame. I'll tell you what, that was a heck of a basketball team, and we recall all that good stuff from those guys, and it was a fun evening. I think the guys got together afterward and had themselves a pretty fine evening. But with that all said, they're here and ready to cheer these guys on. Now what you have to do is you have to find a way to come out of here with a win. And that, as we both know, all know, is not going to be an easy task here tonight, as you're down by 4 and you've got a team that's just shooting the lights out. 7 of 15 from long range for 47%. And then you look at the pointers, 3 of 11 from long range for 27%. Coach keeps telling us they're good shooters, but they have not proven it so far. And isn't it the old saying, you are what you are, and until you prove it, meaning three-point shooting. This is a really good basketball team. Not complaining about that whatsoever. But if you're going to shoot it out there, you need to make some of those shots. It is halftime. The Pointers are down by 4. We'll get you a couple of scores. We can run down all of the women's scores from today. Oshkosh beat the Pointer women 64-41. Whitewater defeats River Falls 68-54. Platteville edges La Crosse 66-63. And Stout with the win over Eau Claire 72-70. With that, the Pointer women are the only team without a win right now in conference play. They need to change that on Wednesday when they play host to Stout. It's not impossible for them to get this thing turned around and get themselves back into the conference race, but they've got some work to do, to say the least. You have Platteville and Oshkosh sitting on top right now at 3-0. So on the women's side, that's what you've got. There's a really good group of alums here today, this week. So nice to see all those guys out there. Let's take a 90-second break. We'll come back, get you the scoring summary here on the first half. Oshkosh leads 44-40 on your final score sports bar and grill scoreboard. Watch your favorite teams. Enjoy the daily specials. Final score, second to Maria Stevens Point. Back in 90, Pointer men's basketball, WPCN.
Hi everyone, Scott Klinsky here, CEO of Skyward. Since 1980, we've watched as your student athlete went from playing t-ball in kindergarten to making varsity their junior year. During that time, we've stayed committed to one goal, keeping your student athlete performing at 100% in the classroom. That's why we provide our Family Access Parent Portal, where you can stay up to date on academic scores, attendance, course requests, and more.
the Pointers are down by 4, 44-40. The Spash girls are playing right now against Duluth Marshall. And right now the Panthers have a 3-point lead at the break. Pacelli girls with a win earlier today over Schulzberg. That was a better game than the final score indicated. Pacelli won by a little over 20, but it was really a lot closer game, and we were there and broadcast that one. That was a heck of a good effort on the part of both those young high school teams, and I say young because Schulzberg plays a lot of sophomores, and they're good. And Pacelli has a lot of juniors, and they're good. So that's Division V basketball, maybe right as good as you get in the state of Wisconsin at D5 anyway. So hats off to Pacelli. I'm looking forward to the next time we get a chance to see the Cardinal girls play. And if I can find a way to get you a Spash boys score, again, they're playing over in Appleton right now. If I can find a way to get you that score, I will be happy to do that. But as of right now, I do not have that available. So if anybody does have a Spash boys basketball score going on right now over in Appleton, you can let us know. 44-40, let's run down the stats from half number one. For the Oshkosh Titans, they have hit 17 of 33 field goals, 52%, 7 of 15 from 3, that's 47%, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, which is 75%. For the Titans, they have 16 rebounds, 4 of those offensive. Those were very costly, by the way. 7 turnovers, 8 assists, 5 steals for the Titans. Their biggest lead was a dozen. And for Oshkosh, 2 points off turnovers, 20 in the paint, 4 second chance points, none on the fast break. They did miss several layups early in the game. And their bench has outscored the Pointers 17-8, which is usually the reverse, but now with Josh Booker starting and Cal Crone not there, that number is probably going to be flipped for a while. For Stevens Point, Pointers are 11 of 24 from the floor, 46%, not bad. 3 of 11 again from three-point range, only 27%. And that is the killer right now. Cannot shoot from three-point range. It has been proven all year. Coming into tonight, the Pointers were shooting 29% as a team from three-point range. And they're right around that number again. Not good enough. The saving grace at the moment, 15 of 18 from the line, 83%. So just the opposite of the Whitewater game on Wednesday, where Whitewater lived at the free throw line and missed a bunch. The Pointers are getting to the line and making them, and that's allowing them to stay within reach here. For Oshkosh, Joey LaChapelle has 13 points at the break. 5 points for Aiden Hawkinson, 6 for Oscar Kangas, 4 points for Vittorio Dante, 4 for Brandon Beck, 4 for Michael Metcalf Grossman, 3 points each for Nate Nazos and Carter Thomas, 2 points for Matt Immig. For Stevens Point, Josiah Butler has 14, Logan Bumgartner with 10. Seth Myron has 5, 4 for Max Raymer, 3 for James Jacobs, 2 for Carter Combs, 1 for Josh Booker, 1 for Grant Muntz right now. And right now, Oshkosh has a 44-40 lead. On the men's side right now, these are halftime scores, I do believe, are very close to it. The last I checked, let's just put it that way. It was River Falls leading Whitewater, and that was a 32-30 score at the break. And I believe that is, no, I take that back. They're already underway in the second half. Whitewater has jumped up by 5. At half, Platteville leading La Crosse 45-37. Stout and Eau Claire got started late because their women's game went late. I don't know if you heard, but they had a water leak already at the Sonnentag Center at Eau Claire. So instead of the men's game being at Eau Claire like it is supposed to be, they're playing that one over in Menominee at Stout. And later in the year, they'll reverse it once they get their, leak fixed over at the brand new Sonnentag Center. All right, the Pointers are down 4 with 20 minutes of regulation to go. Let's take a 1-minute break. We'll come back and get the second half started. This is UW Stevens Point men's basketball, WPCN. Stevens Point down by 4. Oshkosh will have the ball to start off the second half. Let's see what both teams, what type of adjustments they may be making here coming out of the locker room. Rock and Roll Cafe, where the sports stars meet. Rock and Roll Cafe, always welcoming friends, family, and athletes. Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. It'll be Myron, Butler, Combs, Booker, and Baumgartner to start the second half for Point. It will be Beck, LaChapelle, Metcalf, Nazos, and Thomas. The same 5 for each team. And again, the Titans have the ball to start off half number 2. You're going to have to cut down on the errors. 7 turnovers by Point in that opening half. LaChapelle, and into the front court we will go. Beck on the left wing against Myron to the free throw circle. Stopped up there, throws it over to Metcalf. Off the high screen, a pick and roll down low. Beck can't get the shot to go. Booker with a rebound. Now you got to come and help them. They're double teaming there. Booker drives through. Brings it all the way to the other end. Goes for the dunk and missed it and gets knocked to the floor. Well, idea good, execution bad. LaChapelle to a wide open. Oh, and he missed it. Nazos missed a wide open layup. I think he took his eye off of it, so you dodged a bullet there. Butler over to Myron. Myron left against Nazos. Big size advantage. Here comes the double team. Off to a cutting Baumgartner. Got in deep, takes it up against Metcalf. No, takes it up again with a foul. Well, that'll be foul 2 on Michael Metcalf Grossman. And it'll be a shooting foul. Baumgartner to the free throw line. Now, Josh Booker's a capable ball handler, but then you got to make the right decision when you get it there. Logan's free throw is good, barely. He almost went over the line before the ball got to the rim. And you get that line change for the Titans here. So they get a host of subs in right away, including Ryan Flash and Hawkinson. Imig is out there. Logan's second free one. Got it. 12 for Logan, and the Pointers are down by 2 right now at 44-42. Up on top, Hawkinson gets it back across the way. Kangas Kangas to the corner. On the dribble into the lane, got caught up. Tossed back out by Rindfleisch that time. Jumper won't go. Rebound, Josiah Butler. Chance to tie it up or maybe even grab a lead. Front court, Josiah Butler off to Logan on the wing to the free throw lane. Down the lane, goes up right hand. No, battle for Rindfleisch with a rebound. It'll come back the other way. Stripped away by Seth Myron. Out it'll come to Josiah Butler. Front court dribble, Josiah with it. And we're going to get a foul or what? Oh, Booker with a screening foul. Well, that's a turnover. Months into the game. Josh has picked up his third personal. Trying to set a screen. You have two chances in a row now to maybe get a lead. Oshkosh gets the ball back up the right wing. Nazos back to La Chapelle out on top. Left wing to Metcalf. Takes, he got right by Josiah down the lane. No, but a foul. Coming over to try to help was Logan Bumgartner. That for Logan is his second personal. Little crossover dribble left Josiah flat-footed. Metcalf will get two here. His team up by 2. And his first one is good. He is so good. Now, he was out almost all of last year with a severe knee injury. He's got that thing all wrapped up, the right knee here. And he's playing well coming off of that. Made them both. He's got 6 points in the game. Back to a 4-point lead for Oshkosh. Carter Combs will try to get the ball on the floor. Needs some help here. Finally gets it to Butler. Splits the defense. Takes it down in. Goes for the layup and scores it. He put his shoulder down and went right into Metcalf for the score. 46-44. Driving baseline, sneaking in, and then, another missed layup for Nazos and a rebounding foul on point. Oh, you did everything right. You got him to miss, and then you don't get the rebound again. What is the foul? It is going to be on Oshkosh. All right. And there's another break, I guess. Point will bring it up. Long pass to Myron. Down the lane, pulls up from 8. Seth Myron hit the shot, and we are tied at 46. Out on top, Thomas to La Chapelle. Drives to the paint. Tosses it back out. Metcalf wants 3 off the rim. Rebound, Carter Combs against Nazos. He'll start it up the floor. Carter needs to be strong. Over to Butler on the wing. Pointers have only had one lead at 2-0. Grant Muntz over to the right side. It'll go to Combs. Back to Butler. He's going to launch the 3. Got it! Josiah Butler from on top. The Pointers go up by 3 at 49-46. La Chapelle out on top. Gets it over to Thomas. Thomas looks at his man, goes down against Grant, takes it up in a foul. Well, Thomas very good. He doesn't score a lot right now, but he's certainly capable. He was a dandy coming out of Neenah High School. Just a solid player. Doesn't make many mistakes. Grant Muntz with the foul. Somewhat getting beat off the dribble from out high. Gotta fix that a little bit. So Carter Thomas free throw is good. He's got 4 points in the game. Coaching staff trying to tell Grant he's right-handed. Play him that way. Don't let him get to where he did. And he was past Grant on the shoulder very, very quickly. 2-point pointer lead and make it 1. As Carter Thomas made them both. Back in will come Oscar Kangas. So, up the floor, Myron into the front court. Attacks down the lane. Got in deep, nothing there. Butler drives it back down himself. Goes up and draws a foul. Now we have to see where that foul is going to be whistled. It is going to be on Jonah Rindfleisch. His second. Team third. And Josiah Butler to the free throw line for 2. Pointers are up 1, make it 2. 20 points already for Josiah Butler, 50-48. And the second free one is good for Josiah. That'll bring James Jacobs back into the game to give Logan Baumgartner a little rest. Maybe just a little more quickness defensively is all I'm thinking. James is very capable, got a rebound. Up the floor it will come with Hawkinson. Pointers up by 3, 51-48. Hawkinson right elbow. Got rid of it. Down the right side of the lane, almost a travel. Kick out Rindfleisch, out to Immig. Immig, long cross court. Hawkinson against Carter Combs. Backdoor cut, underneath it'll go. Bounce pass to Rindfleisch from the corner. 3-ball buried. Well, they get in and then they kick, and we're tied. Well, maybe it was a 2. 51-50, long pass up the left side. James Jacobs into the lane and got his pass barely back to Myron. Off to Butler on the wing. Josiah working off the dribble and a hand check foul there. 51-50 is your score. And I think a media timeout coming up here. 15:59 to go. That is what it'll be, a media timeout. We'll take the 1-minute break. Pointers 51, Titans 50. Pointer men's basketball, WPCN. We are tied at 51. I thought that was a 3 by Kangas. Carter trying to inbound, finally does to Seth Myron on the left baseline. He'll take Beck inside, backing him down. Gets in deep, goes up and underlaid with the right hand. Everything good, and then he missed that one. Oh, darn. Coach thought there should have been a foul, by the way. Pointers get a steal, 51 apiece. Carter stopped his dribble. Long pass up the sideline to Jacobs, back over to Butler. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of activity. Guys are picking up dribbles where they don't normally. Butler up on top. Nazos trying to defend. Josiah takes him down the lane, up off the glass, does not get it to go. Tied ball game. Here comes Oshkosh. Nazos hands it back down the lane, and got the roll. Oshkosh back on top, 53-51. Missed opportunity for point. Combs looking, throws it into James Jacobs, bounces back, and here you go. A long pass up to Grant Muntz. He will take it in, lays it up and in. Good job by Grant. Defense was coming back quickly, had to make a decision, went up and just made the layup. Inside, Carter Thomas goes up over Grant, misses. Rebound to Butler. Chance to regain the lead. Carter Combs bothered with the throw. Up front, it'll go to James Jacobs at the arc. Kick out, Grant. Back to James in the right corner. Tried to get it inside and tipped out of bounds by Beck. Booker getting set to come back here. Booker for months, playing without Cal Crone for the first time. So not only an adjustment there, but then against a different kind of a team that you don't see all the time. So I think a double, difficulty for point. Inbounding is Stevens Point. On the floor to Booker in the corner to Myron on the left wing. Seth trying to get down to his spot on the block. Gets in deep. A lot of contact. Offensive foul. He maybe backed him down too hard. That's 3 on Seth Myron. Tied at 53. That'll bring Logan right back into the game. Seth will have to sit with his third. 53, 14-26 to go. We're even. Imig to the front court, lobs it along the right side. Down to the corner, back out on top. It'll go there to Kangas. Down the lane, jump stop Kangas, kick out on the perimeter, 15 on the shot clock. Crossover dribble into the lane, down the lane, right-hander off the glass, no tip, rebound. Combs comes up with it. Triple team now, and he is going to be fouled in the backcourt by Imig. Team foul number 4. Almost forced a turnover, then at the last moment, Matt Imig reached over and got Carter across the arm. And here comes the 5-man substitution again. We're tied at 53, 14 minutes to go. Well, if you're that deep and can really, in effect, have no drop-off, not a bad system to run, some would say. Trying to get the ball on the floor, and finally to Josiah Butler. Tied at 53. Butler against a double team. Throws it up to Jacobs, off to Booker. Left wing. Josh back off, it'll come. Carter Combs to Logan Bumgartner. All tied up, handoff Butler. Right wing, free throw line extended. Josiah takes the dribble to the free throw line. Down the lane, jump stop, spin move. Looking, goes up, had it knocked away. Back to Combs, 3-ball, not gonna go. And the rebound pulled down by Carter Thomas. Good look, didn't hit it. Metcalf down the lane, kicks to the left corner. Into the lane with it, Nazos kick out LaChapelle. Joey LaChapelle with 13 first half points. Gets into the lane, kicks to the corner. Nazos out on top. Metcalf down the lane, and that is going to be a blocking foul on Logan. That is going to be his third. Metcalf Grossman, just one of the best in our league. Max Raymer getting set to come in for point. And Metcalf Grossman will go to the line. This is a 2-shot foul. And he missed the first one. They're still tied. Myron in, Raymer in. Butler gets a little break along with Jacobs. 13:08 to go. This would be a huge win if you can get it. If you can get it. It's a great game right now. A lot of credit to these guys battling back, but they don't want to just battle. They want to win. He missed them both, but the Pointers don't get the rebound, and another missed layup for Oshkosh, and another putback, and another foul. Well, you didn't box out on the left side, and that allowed Rindfleisch to get the rebound. Then he missed a bunny, and only to have Oshkosh rebound it again. And now the foul called on Myron, his 4th. Goodness gracious. Rindfleisch free throw, not good. It was a shooting foul. Team foul 6. So Muntz comes right back for Myron. Yeah, you missed the rebound off the left position. And I hate to say, but that was Logan Bumgartner. He just got beat by Rindfleisch. And then you're lucky Rindfleisch missed the layup. Now he gets the second free one. It's still tied at 53. And he made that one. So Oshkosh with a 1-point lead. 13 minutes to go in the ball game. And that full court pressure has been a problem. Inbound to Butler, trapped on the baseline. In a bit of trouble, and we get a jump ball. Possession arrow to Stevens Point. They come with pressure. You have got to have all 5 guys ready to help bring the ball up the floor. We've got too many guys sitting in the backcourt, in my opinion, not ready to go. Sometimes you get it on the floor, but they come with that trap right away. You have to have an outlet. It'll come into Logan Bumgartner. Skip pass over the top. Grant Muntz into the front court. Grant there you go. Got it into the hands of Carter Combs across the way. Logan lifts the three. Got it. Logan Bumgartner, about as deadly a three-point shooter as we have. 56-54, Stevens Point. Right wing Hawkinson down to Reinflesch. Oh, that's got to be an offensive foul. They didn't call it. He just absolutely bulldozed over Butler. Long inbound. That's a bad no call. I don't get that one. They missed that one big time. Got to make that one up. They gave Reinflesch a basket. He should have gotten a foul called on that one. Bumgartner over to the right side. We're even at 56. Raymer gets it out to Butler. Muntz trying to set the screen up on top. Josiah's three, gonna rim off. Rebound, Grant Muntz. Oh, and a bad skip out intended for Logan. Grant had it on the baseline. A fresh 20, just threw it away. Out on top, it'll go. Hawkinson with the basketball. Lifts the jumper. That's off the mark. Rebound, Grant Muntz. Outlet, Carter Combs. Up the floor, it'll come. Underneath the Raymer. Reverse, got it! Freshman Max Raymer has 6. Pointers up 2, 58-56. Still 11:38 to go. Reinflesch. Immig gets it back to Reinflesch. Immig with the ball. Drives it down, and then a baseline miscue. And an easy 2 on the dunk for Vittorio Dante. We're even at 58. Good play by Oshkosh. Barely onto the floor once again. And then they knock Butler to the floor. Somehow no foul. On ahead it'll come to Raymer. Surprised they didn't call a traveling violation. Oh, the officials missed that big-time foul on Reinflesch before. Grant Muntz left wing. Needs some help. You don't want Grant necessarily handling the ball. Nice inside, and then Butler couldn't handle it. 58 apiece. Back up Hawkinson against Carter to the free throw line. Left corner, right back to Immig. Reinflesch trying to set a screen low. Kangas. They're looking left wing. Reinflesch gets a step, takes Bumgartner in, and a blocking call on Logan Bumgartner. That is going to be Logan Bumgartner. Find out a little bit more about the Pointer basketball team. Timeout, 10:29 to go. Pointers are tied with Oshkosh and getting into some serious foul trouble. Let's take a 30-second break. Coming right back. Pointer men's basketball. Go here, but wow. Right now, Stevens Point, 4 fouls on Myron, 4 fouls on Bumgartner, 3 on Booker, 2 on Butler, and Oshkosh. Hawkinson, the only guy with more than 1. I'll take that back, I'm sorry. Hawkinson with 3, 2 on Metcalf, 2 on Nazos, 2 on Reinflesch. And I don't know that it hasn't been a little more even that way in the foul department, but that is the way it goes. Jonah Reinflesch to the free throw line. This is 1-and-1. That's team foul 7 on Stevens Point already. 5 right now on the Titans. Reinflesch free throw. That's not going to go. Oshkosh unable to secure the board. Good job by Isaiah Moore to go up and get that one. Isaiah could play a big part in this game. He's got a lot of talent. into the front court. It'll come to Grant Muntz, back to Carter Combs. Carter's got to step up now. He's got to be the floor general that you need him to be. Off to Butler on the left wing. Grant tried to set a screen over to Carter Combs. Right back to Butler. Drives it to the free throw lane. Down the lane, up off the glass. No, foul call. Butler will get to the line. That's on Rindfleisch. Jonah. His third. Butler back to the free throw line. This is a two-shot foul. Team number 6 on the Titans. Butler's free throw good. Cheese Pleasers, the freshest, best tasting cheese snack products produced in Bancroft. Cheese trays freshly made. Chance to up the lead to 2 if Josiah can hit this one. 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Got him both. 60-58. La Chapelle quickly up the right side to Beck. To the corner, stolen away by Stevens Point. Carter Combs front court. Covers it up, and jump ball is the call. Carter made the mistake of coming and then picking up the darn dribble again. And the official decided that was a jump ball instead of a foul, a swat over the arm, so you turned it over. We're having a little trouble, and credit Oshkosh's defense there. They swarm you the minute you pick up the ball. You just can't do it. La Chapelle to the right side, and that's easier said than done. Carter Thomas, spin move, gets inside against Grant Muntz, kicks it out. Metcalf trying to go baseline, cut off, and then he throws it away or just lost it. I think he thought there was a teammate in the corner. Maybe he just lost the handle. It went out of bounds, pointer ball, leading by 2. And the 5-man substitution back. 9.5 minutes to go. 60-58. 9.5 minutes to go. Combs looking into Isaiah Moore. Moore, front court. Off it'll go. Max Raymer up inside, and he is fouled. Nice job. Again, I think Isaiah Moore can be a player here. He is so athletic. Just stay in control, and a good job getting it to Max. Now the young freshman, though, has to make some free throws. This is a 2-shot foul, I do believe, and now the Titans want to talk about it. So Max Raymer will go to the line for 2. 9:28 to go, and a timeout Titans with 9:28 to go. Let's take that break. Let's take 30 seconds of it, and we'll come right back. Pointer men's basketball, WPCN. Ball game, Pointers up 60-58. Stevens Point shooting 46%. Likewise for the Titans. Titans are 42% from three-point range. The Pointers just 33%. The difference right now is from the charity stripe, where the Pointers have hit 21 of 24. Oshkosh 8 of 13. Max Raymer will be at the free throw line. Springville Sports Barn. Fuel up, cheer your team on before and after the game. Look for the Big Red Barn, Springville Sports Barn. Freshman out of Sun Prairie East High School coming into the game, averaging 3.8 points per game. He's at 6 at the moment. Big free throws for his squad, and he makes good on the first one. Pointers up by 3. Max is such a gamer. Second one coming up. He's a 6'4" guard. And he left that one short. Grant Muntz with the rebound, powers it back up, had it knocked away, and then a tie-up on the rebound again. And it'll go to Stevens Point. Grant got a great rebound and then tried to take it up in heavy traffic, and they got a piece of it. He stayed right with it to get the rebound. So you get the ball inbound. It'll come to Butler, right baseline. Takes it, backs it down, spin move, up inside left hand, in and out, no. Gets his own board, takes it back up, no. Rebound fought for, who's got it? Jump ball or a foul? Looks like it's going on Grant Muntz. Butler wanted a foul, he didn't get the call. Grant with his second personal, now 8th team. Well, you got good chance down there and didn't get it to go. And unfortunately, Carter Thomas will go to the other end with a 1-and-1 here. Pointers are up 3. Thomas, an extremely good free thrower. 2 out of 2 on the night, so you expect that he'll make, and he did. Another one coming up here. Partners Pub and Grill in Stevens Point, your pre-gaming headquarters since 1977. Taste the tradition, Stanley Street, Stevens Point. And the second one rolls off the rim. Rebound pinballed back out to Raymer. Boy, we almost lost another one. Isaiah Moore trying to bring it up. Sends it over to Carter Combs into the front court. Carter bounces it underneath. Raymer! Left-hand layup, and what a feed by Carter Combs. Pointers by 4, 63-59. Thomas into the left corner. Spin move, driving baseline. Back out it'll come. Metcalf and an offensive foul. Great job by the freshman Raymer as he took the charge against Metcalf. Metcalf with his third. 7th, 8th team foul. Pointers will get the ball. 8:45 to go, leading by 4. This crowd enjoying this one here tonight. Pointers will inbound. Again, it takes all 5 guys to get it up the floor against Oshkosh. They play that heavy pressure D. Carter looking, throws it in long to Butler. Up over the top. Josiah to the other end with a wide open layup. He let the defender go right by him. In the chase, 65-59, Pointers' biggest lead. Down to the baseline. Swatted away by Munson, out of bounds. Logan Reinflesch almost lost it there for the Titans. 8.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Pointers by 6 on the home floor. Oshkosh will inbound under the basket. In come the other 5. Beck and Metcalf and La Chapelle, Thomas and Nazos. Watch out for La Chapelle now. He's been quiet so far in the second half. They'll inbound under their own basket. Lob comes into Beck. Man got knocked down from the corner. Three's going to be short. Moore with a rebound and a foul. There's Isaiah's athleticism. I said he can be a difference. He sneaked in. He gets off the floor as well as anybody maybe in our league. And he was fouled by Nate Nazos. His third, but now Isaiah Moore will have to step to the free throw line and see if he can come up big time right here. The junior out of Chicago, Illinois. This is a 1-and-1 for Isaiah Moore. The first on the way, rims out, no. Metcalf with a rebound. Big miss, in all honesty. Metcalf will bring it up. Pointers by 6. Takes it down the lane against Moore, and Isaiah's going to get a foul. Metcalf saying, okay, I got a guy in here that hasn't played much. I'm going to go right at him. He did. After you miss the free throw, you come down, and you commit the foul. Oh. Isaiah, by the way, going into that one was just 2 out of 4. Metcalf's free throw good. So another one coming up. 65-61. 2 for Metcalf Grossman. And the Pointers having trouble getting the ball up, and they turn it over. Boy, you just had a 6-point lead. Beck on the baseline, stops up, kicks to the corner, wide open for Thomas. A little short, Combs with a rebound. Get it out of trouble. Carter up the floor, left wing. Grant Muntz down deep, kicks it back. Moore flies, lays it up left hand and good. Nice pass from Grant Muntz. Moore, 67-61. Metcalf front court, just under 8 minutes to go. Trying to power his way over Max Raymer. Blocked by Max! Blocked by Max Raymer, picked up by Moore. On ahead to Butler. Pointers by 6. 67-61. Carter Combs back over to Butler. Playing their first game without starting post Cal Crone. Butler wants 3. That's way offline and goes to the corner, picked up by Metcalf. Maybe a quick 3 that time. Metcalf over to the right side, La Chapelle. You feel it sometimes, just didn't go. Thomas, top of the circle, off to La Chapelle. Good switch off. Grant got over there on him. Now Carter Thomas to the rack and fouled by Carter Combs to prevent an easy 2 anyway. Carter's first foul, I believe, team number 10. Century World proudly supporting boys and girls high school sports, men's and women's university sports in the Stevens Point and Central Wisconsin community. 7:09 to go, media timeout. We'll take the 30. Coming right back. Pointer men's basketball on WPCN. Well, 7:09 still to go in this game. Stevens Point does have a lead, 67-61. The Pointers have committed 10 team fouls already. The Titans are at 9, so basically every time you get fouled, you're going to shoot 2, unless, of course, you were fouled on a 3-point shot, right? Stevens Point has a 6-point lead at the moment. Oshkosh had a 12-point lead in the opening half. This is as big as it has gotten, 6 for Stevens Point. And Carter Thomas will be going to the line. You're going to come back with Muntz, Raymer, Moore, Butler, Combs. You got a lot of guys with 4 fouls, meaning Myron and Baumgartner right now for Stevens Point. Oshkosh, nobody with 4 personal fouls. Free throws coming up here for Carter Thomas. First of 2 on the way and good. He's got 7 points in the game. 5-point advantage, Stevens Point. And the second is good as well. Spash girls fall to Duluth Marshall High School by 1. Inbound, it'll come to Isaiah Moore, back to Combs, and up the floor quickly into the front court. Carter over to the left side, gives it back out on the perimeter to Josiah Butler. Butler will just walk it along the timeline. You can't stall it out, but you want the ball in Josiah's hands a lot, I think. Working off the left wing. Skip pass, right corner. Raymer lifts the 3. Not going to go. Rebound. Loose on the floor. Grant Muntz. And a tie-up. That's Titan basketball. Yeah. I didn't think there was a foul. You have 3 timeouts remaining. Not sure why you didn't want to use one there. Every possession is so big, but then again, you get to the end of the game. Maybe coach just said, no, I'm going to keep it. La Chapelle into the front court. Pointers by 4. Off the high screen, a little pick and roll. Wanted to go to Thomas. Ball popped away. Picked up. Moore on the break to the other end. He will throw it down. Poster over Metcalf. Isaiah Moore said no way. And a foul called on Metcalf on top of it. 4 on Metcalf. Grossman. Isaiah Moore, I told you, can get off the floor with the best of them. Did he hammer that thing down? 69-63, and he'll go to the line. And on the 5-man in, 5-man out for Oshkosh. Now, Isaiah needs to make this free throw. 69-63, if for no other reason than self-confidence. 69-63, Moore heads to the line. American Family Insurance, contact Jim Migas, agent, 2415 Post Road, Plover, or call him 341-5700. 69-63, Moore's free throw is good. 5 big points for Isaiah Moore, 7-point pointer lead. Emig into the front court, gives it back out on top, gets it right back, trying to take Combs into the lane, cut off by Carter. Handoff, Kangas gets it, 3-ball, in and out, no long rebound. Moore kicked it out of bounds. It is going to be off Isaiah's foot, no doubt in my mind anyway, and the official alertly had the right call there. It'll go back to Oshkosh. 20 on the shot clock, 6:07 in the game. Pointers 70, Oshkosh 63. Kangas inbounds off the right side and gets it into Emig. Working off the dribble, over the top of the circle, picks up, goes corner. With it there, Hawkinson back to Emig, into the lane, kicks to the wing, 3-ball for Ryan. Flash off the rim and a rebounding foul on Oshkosh, whom I'm not sure, but it is going to go on Vittorio Dante. That's his second. And Max Raymer to shoot 2. It was not a player control, so you do get to shoot these. Max will go to the free throw line for 2. His squad up by 7. Nate Olson of Next Home Priority, a slam dunk. Nate is the top producing agent in Portage County, #1 in families served. Buying or selling a home, make sure to get Nate Olson on your team. 70-63, 5:51 to go. Each and every point is so important. Raymer will get the second opportunity here. This one good for Max. So he makes 1 out of the 2, an 8-point pointer lead into the front court along the right side. They get that second 5 right back in there. Inside, Carter Thomas spins up over Grant Muntz, rolled it off the rim. No, Grant with a rebound. Sends it up to Butler on the left wing. Nice job by Grant Muntz in the post. Butler into the front court. Carter Thomas defending there. Hand off to Carter Combs. High right corner. Carter works the dribble into the free throw lane. Down the lane. Carter backing his way in. Went up inside. Ball tipped away and out of bounds. I think he got in deep and then was in the lane. He knew he had to do something or get a 3-second violation. Tried the shot. Blocked away. Went out of bounds. Pointer ball. Combs still looking underneath. The Butler saves it to the corner to Muntz, right back to Josiah. 6 on the shot clock now. He'll drive it into the lane. Jump stop, goes up, calls some contact, no whistle. Muntz with the putback foul. Boy, Grant is really going after the glass, and you know what? That's what Grant Muntz can really do for you. He is a very tenacious rebounder. Foul called on Carter Thomas, his second. Now Grant Muntz needs to make free throws. Guys, can't miss free throws down the stretch in a game like this. 5:10 to go. Grant's first on the way. It's off the rim, no. 71-63. Auto Select, quality, dependable auto repair and service performed by qualified technicians you can trust. 71-63. Grant will get the second. It's on the way, and that one's good. So now a 9-point lead at 72-63. Up comes LaChapelle. Gives it back to Thomas. Left wing, it'll go there to Beck. Brandon Beck gets it to Metcalf. Drives it to the baseline. Blocked away by Grant Muntz and out of bounds. Coming from the help side. Swipe that one. Crowd loves it. 4:56 to go. 16 on the shot clock and yet another line change for Oshkosh. I guess they do it every stoppage of play. Seems odd to me, but it's been working, obviously, right there. 11-2 coming in. Inbound, right side, Rindfleisch. Long cross court into the hands of Hawkinson. Hawkinson back out, Rindfleisch drives it in against Grant. In the low post, working, turnaround jumper. Oh, you got it to go. The 6'8" Rindfleisch over the top of Grant Muntz. 72-65. Carter Combs picks it up, looks to get it on the floor, does so to Max Raymer. Raymer will bring it up the left wing. Max into the front court, double team comes, timeout Stevens Point. Timeout Stevens Point, 72-65 pointer lead. This is a 30-second timeout taken by Stevens Point. We're going to stay right here. I do believe this will leave the Pointers with 2 timeouts, same as Oshkosh, as we stand right now. Aspira's Health, passion for excellence, compassion for people. Well, the Pointers were down by 4 at the break. They had a lead in the opening half at 2-0, and then crawled back to within that 4 by the end of the half. Finally got the lead again at 47-44, and then it's been a little bit seesawy, if you will, since then. But what a great game. And the fans that are here, it's not a small crowd, but comparatively, especially with the importance of the game, I would have liked a few more people here for alumni weekend, etc. But who am I to say? Point will inbound the ball off the left side. I'm guessing 700-800 are in here, but maybe not that many. Carter Combs looks to inbound, gets it into Isaiah Moore. Right up at the timeline, leaves it back for Carter. You had 20 seconds to go. Left wing Butler down to the baseline. Josiah, ball in hand. He's your star. He'll get it again. Lifts the 3. Off the rim, no. Muntz with a rebound. Takes it up, stripped away, foul call. Boy, what rebounding by Grant Muntz right now. Hawkinson with his 4th. Grant Muntz to the line. Oh, you just hope that the sophomore can find a groove at the charity stripe. He's working so hard in the post. 72-65. Eyes it up, launches, got it. 73-65. Chance to make it a 9-point lead if he can hit. And the 5-man line change coming in for Oshkosh. Point trying to get to 3-0 and on top of this conference, depending upon what happens elsewhere, mind you. One of these 2 teams will be at the top of the conference because they're both unbeaten right now. Grant's 2nd free throw is going to come up short. Rebound inside. Beck. Lead feed right side corner. Metcalf out on top. Nazos. Handoff. Oh, they wiped out Carter Combs. LaChapelle in deep and then lost it. Stripped away by Raymer. Up it'll come to Carter. A long pass to Isaiah Moore. He'll lay it in. What a pass by Combs. What a pass by Combs. Moore and a 10-point lead. Right side Metcalf. On top, driving it inside, Carter Thomas. To the corner, it'll go there, Nazas. Back out to Beck to Metcalf off the high screen. Lifts the 3. That's offline. Rebound, Isaiah Moore. In trouble, lobs it over to Butler. Josiah back to Isaiah. He'll start it up, bounces it over to Butler into the front court. 3:16 to go, 10-point lead Pointers. Carter Combs off to Grant Muntz, right back to Carter. Off the dribble, into the lane, kick out Butler. Butler will work it against Beck. To Muntz, right back to Josiah. Off the dribble, into the lane against Carter Thomas. In deep, shot blocked by Thomas. Stolen away, off to LaChapelle. Up the left wing, drops it back to Beck. 2:54 to go. Nasas on the right side, finds LaChapelle. Trying to go against Grant Muntz. Gets in deep. Spin move blocked away by Grant. Picked up by Josiah Butler. It'll go to Raymer into the front court. Can take a little time now. Again, you don't want to stall, but boy, you'll take every second of clock that you possibly can. Carter Combs at the timeline. Guarded by Nazos. Carter off the dribble, into the lane, step back, no shot, swings to the corner, Moore for a three, off the rim long, LaChapelle with a rebound. Good look, didn't go, 10-point lead. 2:13 to go. Metcalf into the lane against Raymer, down the lane, we're gonna get a foul. Now I'm not sure why sometimes that's a foul and then it's not on the other time, but this time the call goes against Max Raymer. I think his first personal foul, and he's played a dandy game so far. You're up by 10, a lot of time to go, 2:09, and Metcalf will try to make it an 8-point game. He's going to the line for 2 coming up here. 30-second break, we're coming right back. Pointer men's basketball, WPCN. Nate Olson. To go in this ball game, and Stevens Point trying to dig one out on the home floor in front of an enthusiastic crowd. 75-65 right now. 2:09 to go. Michael Metcalf Grossman will be at the line for 2. He's going to obviously try to make it an 8-point game. Pointers right now shooting 42%. Oshkosh has dropped its percentage to 39% right now from the floor. All right, Metcalf Grossman, one of the top players in this conference, make no doubt about it. His first free throw on the way is good. Down the stretch, I don't expect he's going to miss. 75-66. And it is an 8-point game, nothing but twine. Full court pressure coming. Carter Combs to inbound. Seth Myron back in the game. Long inbound up the right wing. Isaiah Moore into the lane and dribbles back out and gives it to Max Raymer. You can run some clock here. Carter Combs at the timeline. Gives it to Moore out on the high right corner. Isaiah back to Carter, off to Josiah Butler. Nazos going to try to defend there. Josiah off the screen from Myron. Over to the right side, 7 on the shot clock. Kick out, Raymer. Raymer drives it down low. Shot blocked to the corner. Moore got to lift it on the way. Got it! Oh, Isaiah Moore with a fadeaway at the horn. 77-67. Left corner, Nazos going against Myron. Reverse off the rim. Moore with a rebound. Ball tipped away, picked up there by Myron. Looks and lobs. On ahead, Butler into the lane and then pulls it back out. 1:16 to go. You're in pretty good shape. And a foul by Metcalf, barely, but he is just fouled out of the game. Metcalf has just fouled out of the game with 1:13 remaining. And Josiah Butler will get 2. 77-67, Isaiah Moore coming up. As, for a change, we were correct with our prediction. He could be a game changer, and he has been. I'll tell you what, Moore and Max Raymer and Grant Muntz, kind of the saviors of the day right now. You got into foul trouble with Myron and Bumgartner, Booker, and off the bench, those 3 guys came, and they are playing lights out right now. Now, job not done. Butler can help out with a couple of free ones here. 10-point lead. Josiah's first is good. He's got another to go. 26 in the game right now for Josiah Butler. Second one coming up. Good. Pointers by a dozen, 79-67. Matching the biggest lead for either team. LaChapelle up the right wing, drives baseline, got by everybody, went reverse and scored it. I thought for a moment he missed it. came up on the short side. There was nobody there. I don't think he realized he could have gone straight up. Well, that score came too quick. You didn't make him work for it. And Oshkosh gets the timeout with 1:03. We'll stay here. It looks like it is a 1-minute timeout. We're going to just stay right here with this, your final score. Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard showing the Pointers up by 10. The final score on the corner of 2nd and Maria Stevens Point. They have all of your game day needs, or stop at the OT for a little something extra. Pacelli girls started it off with a nice win this afternoon against Schulzburg. Pointer women fall at number 3 ranked Oshkosh. Then the Spash girls with a great game against what I'm told is a really good team in Marshall High School from Duluth. Spash girls lose by 1. I do not have a Spash boys score as of right now. They're over in Hamilton. But with all that being said, we're capping it off hopefully right here with the Pointers up by 10 and 1:03 to go. 79-69. Obviously, right now, turnovers are the thing you have to avoid. Turnovers are the thing you have to avoid. They're going to scramble. They're going to press. They're going to try to get you to rush. You have 2 timeouts if you need them. Carter Combs trying to get the ball on the floor and has to call a timeout. Couldn't get the ball in, so that'll take you down to 1 timeout. Just got to set something up to get the ball on the floor. Some might say, well, why aren't you bringing back Seth and Logan Baumgartner, etc.? Well, Seth did come back in, at least briefly. But these guys have been on a roll, and they're all playing really well. So why not? With that, here comes Logan Baumgartner. One thing you get with Logan, an unbelievable free throw shooter. So you might see Coach, as much as he can, go offense-defense substitution. Grant Muntz on the defensive end, Logan on the offensive end. You're going to have Myron, Baumgartner, Combs, Butler, Moore on the floor. All right. Combs again, the guy to try to trigger the inbound. He gets the ball. And he'll bounce it in up on the left side. Into the front court comes Josiah Butler. Double team comes, and a foul. Barely got rid of it. I was worried that they were going to intercept that pass. I get worried a lot. Foul called on Nate Nazos, his 4th. And Josiah Butler will go to the free throw line. Everybody shoots 2. And all of this, and you've only taken about 6 seconds off the clock. So it's still a 10-point lead for Stevens Point. Make it 11. One more for Josiah Butler. 58 seconds to go in the game. In comes Raymer for Baumgartner. Good defense, good rebounding by the freshman out of Sun Prairie. Josiah Butler can make it a 12-point lead with this one. 80-69 right now. Second one for Josiah is good. 81-69. LaChapelle will push it into the front court. Off the high screen. Goes right. Sends it across the way. Drive down the lane. Don't foul. Layup is good by Kangas. Oshkosh will take its final timeout with 48.7 seconds to go. So final timeout taken here by Oshkosh. 81-71. Obviously, Point still with 1 timeout. You're going to have to inbound the ball. And then the Titans are going to have to try to get you to miss some free throws or turn it over. First, they'll try to get you to turn it over. And if they don't get that, they're going to send you to the line. So whoever gets fouled has got to make free throws. 81-71. 49 seconds to go in the game. The winner will be at least tied for the lead in the league. Coaches, as always, both sides, talking it over with the officials. What's the situation? Whitewater did come back to win at River Falls 67-59. Carter Combs will inbound. Gets handed the ball. Got to get it on the floor. It goes to Butler, then poked away. Off on the baseline. Underneath it'll go. Rindfleisch lays it up and in. Well, now you're down to an 8-point game. Trying to get it in. The Butler spins free. Starts it up the floor and is fouled with 40 seconds to go. Platteville. Lacrosse off again. Lacrosse has lost 2 in a row after being ranked as high as, I want to say, number 3 in the country. I'm not sure that was quite right. But they have lost their last 2. Platteville wins in Platteville, 89-78 there. Whitewater came back to win 67-59 over River. Point will be going to the free throw line here. Stout and Eau Claire started late because they're following their women's game. If you didn't hear, they had some problems at the Sonnentag Center with water leakage or something. With all the runoff and stuff, I can understand how that might have happened, but they couldn't play a game there. What's the delay coming here for Oshkosh? So let's see. A lot of delay. Might be just a little gamesmanship by Coach Lewis, trying to make substitutions, and the officials for a moment got confused. You got to figure this out here. They only have 2 on the floor. Now it's a 2-shot foul, so just go up, shoot the first one, and let's go. 81-73. Butler will get 2. It is, well, now Josiah's got to be cool, and he is. He's a cool cat, as we like to say. As good as he is, I suspect this isn't going to bother him. We'll wait and see. Every point so important. 2 shots coming up for Josiah Butler. His first is on the way, and it is good. 82-73. This one makes it a 4-possession game if you can get it. You like your chances, but again, not over. It's good for Josiah Butler. Oshkosh will bring it up the floor. You want to make them work a little bit here. La Chapelle to the top of the circle. Working off a dribble. Gets it back there. Beck fumbled it, got it back. Falling down was Raymer. Shot won't go. Carter Combs with the rebound. He'll dribble it out of trouble. On ahead, it'll go to Seth Myron. And a foul on La Chapelle. Myron will go to the line with 22 seconds to go. La Chapelle. Looked like Oshkosh was not going to foul. Then they did right at the end. And now Seth Myron to the line. He's got 7 points in the game. These are an automatic 2. Seth is a good free throw shooter. 10-point lead. Free throw on the way. Bounced around and out. 83-73. And the second one for Seth is good. An 11-point lead with 20 seconds to go. You should be good. La Chapelle, a deep 3 off the rim. Rebound to Butler. They're not going to foul. Stevens Point is going to be 3-0 in the conference, and this crowd to its feet to congratulate this group of guys. Hard fought against a new and different system to play against. And the first game without Cal Crone, and I'll tell you what, this group of guys really came to play here today. Your final, Stevens Point 84 and Oshkosh 73. What a performance by the Purple and Gold. 84-73 on your final score. Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard, the final score. Watch your favorite teams. Enjoy the daily specials. Final score, second of Maria Stevens Point. Pointers win 84-73. Back in a couple of minutes. UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN. non-conference home game for the Pacelli boys basketball team Monday night, playing host to Columbus. You can hear the broadcast at 6:45 on True Oldies, 92.1 FM, 10:10 a.m. WPCN, on the internet at 921WPCN.com, or on the TuneIn radio app. Sponsored by Aspirus Health, passion for excellence, compassion for people. Auto Select, quality, dependable auto repair and service, performed by qualified technicians you can trust. Vista Royale Campground on Isherwood Road in Bancroft, making memories one